Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel where we explore the fascinating stories behind saints and historical figures. Today, we're diving into the life of a truly remarkable individual, Saint Blaise. You might have heard his name associated with the blessing of throats, but his story is so much more than that. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's journey back to the late 3rd and early 4th century. Blaise lived in a city called Sebaste, in what is now modern-day Turkey. He was a physician, a man of science and healing, known for his skill and compassion. But Blaise wasn't just healing bodies. He was also a deeply spiritual person. His wisdom and piety were so evident that he was chosen by the people to become their bishop. As Bishop Blaise, he continued his work, caring for both the physical and spiritual needs of his flock. He was a true shepherd to his people. However, this was a dangerous time for Christians. The Roman Emperor Licinius began a fierce persecution, and Christians were hunted down. To protect his community and continue his ministry in secret, Bishop Blaise retreated to a cave in the wilderness of Mount Argius. Now, this is where his story takes a legendary turn. It's said that wild animals, even fierce predators like lions and bears, would come to him peacefully. They recognized his gentle spirit. If they were sick or injured, Blaise would heal them. They would wait patiently for him to finish his prayers before seeking his help. He became known as the friend of the wild beasts. One day, hunters sent by the governor of the province were searching for animals for the arena games. They stumbled upon Blaise's cave and were astonished to see him surrounded by all these wild creatures, living in perfect harmony. They reported this incredible sight to the governor, who immediately ordered Blaise's arrest. As the soldiers led Blaise back to the city, his journey was marked by acts of faith and healing. One of the most famous stories happened along the way. A desperate woman ran up to him, her young son choking on a fishbone and turning blue. The situation was dire. Blaise, ever the healer, prayed over the boy, made the sign of the cross, and the fishbone was miraculously dislodged. The boy could breathe again. This event is the very reason why, to this day, Saint Blaise is the patron saint of those with throat ailments. When Blaise finally stood before the governor, he was ordered to renounce his faith and worship the Roman gods. Blaise refused. He stood firm, his belief in God unshakable. The governor, enraged by his defiance, had him tortured. He was beaten, and then, in a particularly cruel act, his flesh was torn with wool combers' combs. These sharp iron tools were used to process wool, but they were turned into instruments of torture against him. Despite the immense pain, Blaise's faith never wavered. Seeing that torture would not break his spirit, the governor condemned him to death. Saint Blaise was martyred around the year 316. His courage in the face of suffering and his unwavering commitment to his faith left a lasting legacy. Today, on his feast day, February 3rd, many churches perform the blessing of the throats. A priest holds 2 crossed candles against the throat of a person and says a prayer, asking for Saint Blaise's intercession to protect them from all diseases of the throat and any other illness. It's a beautiful tradition that directly connects us to that incredible story of the boy with the fishbone. So the next time you hear the name Saint Blaise, remember the dedicated physician, the compassionate bishop, the friend of wild animals, and the courageous martyr who gave his life for his beliefs. His story is a powerful reminder of faith, healing, and courage. Thank you so much for joining me today to learn about the incredible life of Saint Blaise. If you found this story inspiring, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more stories like this. We'll see you in the next one.